first question is, what did you discuss at your board meeting? In general, it was a very important board meeting. We had a lot of very good and deep discussion. Especially we discussed our financial situation, the future of the booking engine. We discussed about the next conference, about the business plan in connection with the budget for the current year. That were the main agenda items. The second question, why did you move the next conference from Uruguay, and where is it going to be held? How can this be avoided in the future? The problem of Uruguay was the costs, and we were not sure how many associations really would and could attend a meeting in South America. So we invented a very early registration, and only 11 national associations with 22 delegates responded positively. They telling us they would attend the meeting, all others not, and we need circa 90 delegates out of cost reasons. That's why we moved the conference to another place, and we decided on London, because it's the less expensive place we could find, and we got very good conditions. It will be held in the Hilton at the airport in Gatwick, in London Gatwick. The second is, have you thought of a marketing plan to ensure participation with less costs? We do not any marketing, so we don't have a marketing plan. Marketing is the task of the national associations, but we, of course, we market through our internet connections, also youth hostling in the world. We want to reach a situation of more financial stability, so that we can subsidize associations in order to make it able for them to participate in future conferences. We are very sorry to allocate the conference venue, and the South Americans were very disappointed. I can fully understand that. But we are not in the position to subsidize anyone. We have yearly losses and only a bit more than 20 months left if we do not succeed in regaining our financial stability. Fourth is, could you please talk about the new vision and its relationship with the national associations? Our new vision is focused on the answer of the question who we are. And we are a federation, and we are a business focusing on national associations. We are a business-to-business organization. We want to meet the needs, the requirement of the national associations. This is most important. First of all, we have to know how their needs look like, what they wish high hostling to do for them. So this is important. We want to engage with national associations. We want to have common programs, youth exchange, staff exchange programs organized by the office to improve the visibility of national associations and to improve their business. Of course, it's also about filling the youth hostels with guests. Arabic is still mission of High 360. That's the fifth question. High 360 website, despite Arabic countries' requests at CU meetings. Is there a plan to include it? Are you replacing this website? We are looking for a new solution for High 360. There's a recommendation not to continue with High 360 because the technology is not future orientated and it's unsecure, so we have to find another solution, and we have in mind to find a solution for a hardware. We still want to control the content, it's quite clear, but we want to find a hardware with the possibility to include more languages, and Arabic language is important for the whole region, so we try to find a solution to include the Arabic language, but it will not be possible to include it into High 360 as long as we still have it. So, and the sixth question is how it promotes its missions through the national associations and through several initiatives like I owe you respect, Sleep for Peace. Do you intend to expand these initiatives to involve more people around the world? Yes, I can simply answer that with yes. We are still recruiting new staff in the office, and this staff will be able to invent new activities and include as many associations as possible. What do you think of QYH? I'm impressed. It was my first visit here in Qatar. I'm impressed of what you have already achieved. Your success within only 5 years, it's amazing, and I'm also amazed about your excellent youth hostel. And don't tell the other associations, but Arabic associations, but it is the best youth hostel I've ever visited in the whole Arabic region. So I wish you much success also with your programs, and I think it's a very good business model for short associations to have activities for their own citizens, for their own youngsters and families, and offer beds for foreigners. So it's a very good combination of both, and for you both parts are very important. It's congratulations for your success.
Hello, my name is Eric Etchen. I'm a member of the Hosteling International Board for the International Youth Hostel Federation. I was asked, what did we discuss at our board meeting? We're discussing the future of the booking engine, that HI360, and how we can develop the booking engine and make changes so that it will better serve the network and help the national associations have more overnights and reach more young people. In addition, we talked about our financial situation. We've taken a number of steps to reduce our costs and look at ways that we can continue to increase revenue to the national associations and also to the international organization. Finally, in terms of the meeting, we talked about how the international organization can engage with the national associations, support them in terms of the hostels, in terms of their overnights, in terms of the activities in the hostels, and some of the activities and ways that volunteers can participate with the national associations and at the hostels. Another question that I was asked is why is the international conference being moved from Uruguay to another location? This was a very difficult decision. It was a decision by the International Conference to hold the 2016 conference in Montevideo. And the answer is, given our current financial situation, the cost of the conference, by the time you include travel costs for the participants and the meeting costs, was going to be such that we were concerned about the number of delegates that would be able to attend in Montevideo, and if the number of delegates is too low, there will not be enough in terms of the fees to be able to cover the costs. And given where we are right now, the international organization does not have sufficient funds to cover a loss from the conference. That's one reason. The second reason is that we will have many important decisions at the conference, and having a strong turnout from across the range of associations that are part of the network, we view as very important to making these decisions. Another thing was, can we talk about the new vision and its relationship with the national associations? The new vision is really designed to support the international office in having more consistent and regular interaction with the national associations. So we want to build strong relationships, help national associations learn from each other in terms of how hostels are operated, ways to attract guests, ways to attract international visitors, have strong overnights, but also look at ways that there can be exchanges and programs, and that we can strengthen volunteer efforts. Another question is, Arabic is still missing on the HI website despite the request from Arab countries. We are very committed to adding the Arabic language. The challenge for us at this point in time is the cost to do the Arabic translation and to do it well, so that when people come to the website and read about hostels in Arabic, that it's clear, that it's well written, and that it will attract them to the hostels. So we want to make sure that it's done well. We are currently running a deficit, so we have to implement changes gradually over time, but it is something that we will do. Thank you.
Hello, we're very happy to be here in Qatar for this board meeting. It was very interesting topics we discussed. We discussed the future of the organization and how we can deal with all these new models and ways of the world is changing. We need to change the venue of the conference because of the high price of going to South America in this time. So we try to find a venue more central, for more easy for all the countries to come. So we can assure more participants came to this conference, because it's very important to discuss all the issues is going on in this association for the past year. All the tourism situation is changing very, very fast in the world, so we need to face it and find new ways to go there. So we need as much people in the conference to gather ideas and try to find a way to go with it. In the events we're facing, we're trying to find a new system to replace the HH360, so more countries have access to it, and also Arabic language can be included with the new technology we're trying to achieve, or the new providers to achieve this system. We can assure you have more languages, not only Arabic, also Portuguese, Chinese, Japanese, so more people all over the world can access to the HI movement. So we're hoping to find this provider or find this way to do it as fast as we can. So this is related to the conference, so more people go to the conference will help us to achieve this goal faster. Of course, we try to promote more initiatives like Sleep for Peace and I Like Respect You, like we have the Big Block Exchange and many more. So we're asking the National Association to give us the ideas and try to find a way to promote them all over the world, so more young people can understand what the HI movement is all about. It's not about accommodation, it's about cultural exchange, it's about to understand the people and try to avoid and reach more peace and understanding for all the world. And in terms of what I think of a Qatar Association, I'm very impressed of the country, I'm very impressed of the hostel we went yesterday. Excellent facilities, excellent food, excellent people in the streets, very friendly, very smiley people, and I send back to my country. I give back when I get back to my country. I have nothing else to good words for the Qatari.
Thank you for this opportunity to comment on what the International Youth Hostel Federation Board came to Qatar for and what we've achieved while we were here. It's always a pleasure to come to Qatar. This is my second trip to this lovely country and this wonderful town and this beautiful hotel. We had a very successful meeting over 2 days. It was a regular board meeting, and we spoke about the hot topics that are on our agenda and that we're planning for the next conference, which will be in September, and that is how we can improve the YHA website to get more traffic into our hostels and also make it more economical, better value for money, to make that happen for all of the associations in the network. So we spent a lot of time talking about the task force that was recently formed at the Vienna CEO conference to assist our CEO in working out what we can do about High 360 and make it better. And we've come to some conclusions about the way forward, which hopefully will involve more participation from the network and allow us to present a workable proposal at the next conference. I'd like to comment about the next the conference. It was supposed to be in Uruguay, but for reasons mostly relating to the poor financial position of the international office, we have decided to move that conference to Gatwick Airport, Hilton, in London, which was, after a lot of research, found to be the cheapest and most convenient location. It's not a glamour location, it's not going to be exciting, there's not going to be a lot of activities involved, but this conference, unfortunately, because of financial pressures, was deemed to be so important that it required maximum participation and at the best lowest cost, and that's why Uruguay became unacceptable because of its remote location and difficulty of getting adequate services like interpreters, and that's why we've decided to move that conference to Gatwick. The other thing that we need to speak about at every board meeting, and which will be a big topic at the next conference, will be the new strategic plan and the greater emphasis that the International Office is going to place on promoting the mission and the vision for the international organisation. In particular, the International Office is focusing on getting greater participation by national associations, greater interaction with the International Office and among the national associations, and ensuring that we're run as efficiently as possible and allowed to deliver as much service and value to the national associations. One of the things that we want to make sure is that all regions get similar levels of service. I note that in the Arab Union, for example, there is still a concern about the lack of Arabic language content on websites. We're aware of that, and within the constraints that are imposed on the International Office due to its lack of finances, we are working on that problem, and hopefully we'll be able to address it in the very near future. In other words, we are aware, we are working on the problem, and hopefully a solution will be found soon. Finally, again, I need to thank the Qatari Youth Hostels Association for their generous offer to host this board meeting. Their hospitality is exceptional. No one does it better than the Arab associations. As I say, my second visit here, and fabulous hosting, and we're always enjoying coming to the Arab countries, and hopefully there'll be many chances to come and visit again. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Brent Zarnecki from HI Canada. I'm the Vice President of the IYHF Board. At this particular meeting, like all meetings, we talked about the current situation and also looked to discuss the future of where we saw the International Federation. In particular, we reviewed the circumstances with HI 360 and the financial issues related to that. And we also reviewed the business plan and vision for the upcoming 2016 to 2019 period. The conference was moved from Montevideo because of, like any conference, I think the board is trying to maximize participation from as many national associations as possible, meanwhile balancing that with the costs of trying to keep them as low and as affordable as possible. It wasn't an easy decision to move the conference, but when we surveyed national associations earlier in the year, we had a very low indication of turnout, so we did make the move to Gatwick to try and lower the costs and increase the participation, because we want as many parties as possible to be supporting conference and conference decisions. So hopefully participation is higher as a result. Yes, I think the board has thought of a marketing plan to ensure participation at less cost. It was reviewed as part of the business plan and strategic vision, and I think the focus will be on engagement with national associations. How do we engage better with national associations, and how do we make national associations engage better with each other? There's a lot of talented people and resources in the national associations, and through its staff and volunteers, we need to engage and start working more collectively, and I think that will drive the cost down and increase overall participation. The new vision and the relationship with national associations, I think in one word, it's engagement. We want to further the engagement with our office with all national associations, and really try and make more information available as to programs, resources, and how to engage better with each other, and to learn, basically to learn from each other best practices and what's being successful in other parts of the world, and apply them consistently where it's appropriate. With respect to HI 360, I think it would be the wish of the board to have as many languages on HI 360 as possible. Right now we're transitioning possibly away from HI 360, so it wouldn't be, I don't think, the most the appropriate time to be spending more money on adding more languages or more tools to HI 360. So we're looking, I think, for a more feasible solution that will be include as many languages and as many features as the national associations are actually looking for. And that the translation issue, as the board is aware, was one of the downfalls of HI 360. The translation just wasn't at the level we had expected it to, not only in Arabic but in Portuguese and Spanish and a variety of other languages. Yes, I would intend on expanding all initiatives like Sleep for Peace and IOU Respect, because I think that is at the heart of our mission internationally, and should be nationally for national associations. So through the new vision and business plan, through increased engagement, and once we get on a better financial footing, I think we're going to dedicate more time and resources specifically to implementing those types of things together with national associations and coordinating them and making them bigger worldwide events, and if not worldwide, within certain regions of the world, such as the Arabic Union and the CEDAW or South America or wherever it may be, and really try and support those. But globally, if we can get some marketing presence and initiatives that way, I think we'll all be stronger as a result. What did I think of the Qatar Youth Hostel Association? I was very impressed and very excited, first of all, to have the opportunity to visit. The people are wonderful. They're most friendly people, some of the most friendly people I've ever encountered. I was very much impressed with the learning of all the different activities that the association is doing, from sporting clubs to travel clubs to women's groups and clubs that I quite frankly was not aware of. So I was very much surprised to see, not surprised, but impressed with how much time and effort is being used by the association to promote those learnings and understandings beyond just having heads in beds. The hostel itself I was impressed with too. It was immaculately clean, and I really did enjoy being in the tent and having our cultural experience in the old-fashioned coffee shop, which I will never forget that experience. So in closing, I had a wonderful time here and have very high impressions of what the Qatarian Youth Hostel Association is doing here, and I really wish them the best of luck and success for their future and for HI's future. Thank you.
Aujourd'hui, nous avons eu donc le board à Doha et nous avons discuté de la préparation de la conférence internationale, de la nouvelle vision que le board est en train de mettre en place, et puis des affaires courantes sur les différentes associations de l'ensemble du réseau. La prochaine conférence aura lieu non pas à Montevideo comme c'était prévu, pour des raisons techniques, financières, complexes, un nombre trop insuffisant d'inscrits. Ça aura lieu donc en Europe, vraisemblablement à Londres. Oui, ce changement doit nous entraîner dans une réflexion. Nous devons tirer les leçons de cette année pour, je l'espère, pouvoir inventer un processus de candidature des villes qui veulent recevoir la conférence internationale, qui pourrait prendre en considération justement les conditions financières nécessaires pour chaque association afin de pouvoir se rendre dans la ville en question. Et nous aurons ainsi, j'espère, des dossiers qui, à l'avenir, ne nous réserveront pas la surprise que nous avons eue cette année à gérer. La nouvelle vision du board consiste à organiser la relation entre Hosteling International et les différentes associations du réseau directement, et à organiser de manière la plus efficace possible un système de réservation. Le système HI 360 ne présente pas pour l'instant de traduction en arabe pour des raisons financières, mais justement dans la réflexion que nous menons pour mettre en place un nouveau système, la langue arabe sera bien sûr prise en compte pour que le nouveau système puisse servir aussi bien les pays de l'Europe, d'Amérique, d'Asie et bien sûr tous les pays arabophones. Un autre point qui a été discuté pendant cette réunion du board est à propos des activités et notamment du programme Big Block Exchange qui sera à nouveau présent pour l'année prochaine, et donc ce sera un point important évidemment qui permet aux jeunes de vivre et de vivre nos valeurs au sein du réseau des auberges de jeunesse. Que dire de l'association Qatari? Beaucoup de bien évidemment après ces 2 jours extrêmement agréables, un accueil très chaleureux et aussi la chance d'avoir pu rencontrer les autres associations de l'Union arabe. C'était vraiment pour nous un moment important. Donc à la fois le plaisir et la qualité de l'organisation pour notre réunion, le plaisir de découvrir cette association Qatari, et aussi le plaisir d'avoir pu tenir cette réunion qui a été avec les autres associations du monde arabe d'une très grande efficacité. Merci à tous, à bientôt.